Alright, so just cut the second hole. Looks pretty good. Maybe a smidgen off, and I can actually adjust that when I get my mud ring in there. So here's my second trick. If you remember my box trick video with speakers, you'll recognize and see that, hey, this is kind of a little handy. This is my box trick with cutting in drywall plates. Sometimes I'll actually just hold a piece of cardboard up, a dustpan up, anything up just to catch something. You don't need two hands to cut the drywall. You need one hand to cut the drywall. Use the other hand to make cleanup easier. Client's happier, you have less cleanup to do. And as I've said before, I'm pretty lazy. There's a little bit of residue, nothing crazy though. There you go. Okay, so now I have my wires down the wall. Question is, what do? Do I put a wall plate in? What kind of wall plate? How do I attach it with this big hole? You can go to Home Depot and try to find some, what they call mud rings. I'm going to use a mud ring, but I found, at least in Arizona, not too many carry my type of mud ring that I like to use. They have those orange mud rings that are the worst mud rings on the planet. If you're listening, Home Depot, get rid of those because you apparently hate your customers. Those are horrible, horrible mud rings. These, however, are not. These are excellent mud rings. These are Arlington LV1. So I buy them by the box because I use quite a few. Same style as the horrendous yellow or orange ones, but these are just, the quality on these is night and day different. Just night and day different. You can screw this in with a normal screwdriver, with a drill. You can do what, I mean, it seems silly that I'm saying these things, but if you were to try to screw this in on one of those orange ones that you get at Home Depot, you're gonna hate yourself. Use a flathead, don't use a Phillips, and you're still gonna hate yourself because it's a pain in the ass. These are simple. Even when you put a screw into the screw hole here on the orange ones, it's a horrible experience. It's hard, it's not pre-threaded, the plastic is very hard, so you really have to cram it. You're probably gonna strip your screw the first time around. That I can all but guarantee. So these ones from Arlington are fantastic, and this is the only thing I use. Yeah, so I just screwed that in. It was a breeze. It was a great experience. Best time of my life. But something else that I just remembered about those orange ones you get from Home Depot, they're thicker than these, and they always leave a gap behind the wall plates. There's always a little shadow. Always a little shadow. Now, in the real world, not too many people are going to notice that. But it's just a tertiary benefit to using these Arlington ones. They're just super nice. They're just got nothing but good things to say about them. So the next question after you have your Arlington rings is, what do you use to have the speaker wire come out of the wall? Do you have jacks, banana plugs? How do you do that? How I'm going to do it at this house, and how I do it at most houses. Most houses, I actually use something called a hole plate. This is actually also made by Arlington. Midlight. I think Midlight's an Arlington company. Maybe not. Maybe it's made by Midlight. Maybe I'm wrong. I lied. Midlight. Anyway, this has a pass-through hole with a grommet in it that's really cool. However, I only had one of these on my van, so I have to use a different style, which is a Decora style. It just takes a regular Decora plate and makes it a nice little wire pass-through. Okay, so that's our finished product. We have a nice wall penetration with a nice wall plate, with a nice speaker wire going to a very nice B&W speaker. Very nice.